Dials locked on your radio experience you can count on. It's Eagles 102.3, and we are glad to have you join us this morning as we review the pages or the headlines and the dailies this morning. All right, let's review the newspaper headlines together. Feel free to jump in with your 2 cents if any of the headlines tickle your interest this morning. I'd really love to hear from you. Those of you who haven't been a part of the conversation for quite a while, joining, I've missed you on the show. You know yourselves, okay? Joining and share thoughts with us this morning. Keep those numbers close. If you're a first timer, you don't have the number, keep them really close. You're going to need them when we open up the phone lines. 090-7353-0044. That is 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. Send SMS and WhatsApp messages to 090-9705-4450. Now bring you the headlines quickly. Let's begin with the Guardian newspaper. From the Guardian newspaper, inflation and subsidy removal, 7.1 million Nigerians may become poorer as families face 5,700 naira monthly loss. Inflation and subsidy removal, 7.1 million Nigerians may become poorer as families face 5,700 naira monthly loss. Nigeria's multidimensional poverty index by state. You want to look at that in the front page of the Guardian newspaper. It's there. Also on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning, despite hitches, Nigerians join 2 million pilgrims pray at Mount Arafat. Beware, kidnappers of students on the prowl. Beware, kidnappers of students on the prowl. Please be careful. There's a lot of antics. There's a lot of ways that people have been kidnapping people's children and even university students. Please be very careful with your kids at all levels. Also, young people, be careful how you move around. Just be safe, okay? Motorists to pay 1,000 naira for proof of ownership certificate from July. More taxes coming your way. Motorists to pay 1,000 naira for proof of ownership certificate from July. Okay. Also there, just beneath the masthead of the Guardian newspaper, lobbyists storm Bodillion for ministerial appointments. Lobbyists storm Bodillion for ministerial appointments. Well, isn't it expected? Akpabio, Atiku, Khan, others advocate peace and sacrifice for national development. Akpabio, Atiku, Khan, others advocate peace and sacrifice for national development. Salah, Katsina governor rejects 100 rams from philanthropists. Yes, they're coming to look for something. Salah, Katsina governor rejects 100 rams from philanthropist. Well, why does he reject them? We want to find out in the belly of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Let's go to Daily Trust now. From Daily Trust, Eid al-Kabir, economic and security challenges surmountable, says Tinubu. Eid al-Kabir, economic and security challenges surmountable, Tinubu. Akpabio, Abbas preach peace, others preach love and unity. Buhari urges support for president. Atiku, Obi call for prayers. That's it. That's a screaming headline in the front page of Daily Trust this morning. Many World Bank grants mired in corruption, says ICPC. Of course, we all knew it. We all have known it. It's not news. Nigerians know that all of the grants and loans that you know, we've been getting all somehow submerged in corruption. Biden's relative steals dowry, or rather, bride's relative, beg your pardon, bride's relative steals dowry in Kano. Again, Boko Haram kills 7 farmers in Damboa. Again, Boko Haram kills 7 farmers in Damboa. Shatima, federal government to accelerate access to single-digit loans for MSMEs. Shatima says federal government to accelerate access to single-digit loans for MSMEs. Up there, beneath the Daily Trust masthead, Sokoto man killed over blasphemy, buried amidst tears. So why people? What I mean? Demolition. Kano traders hold special prayers. Demolition. Kano traders hold special prayers. Currency in circulation hits 2.5 trillion naira in May 2023, says report. Currency in circulation hits 2.5 trillion naira in May 2023. That's according to a report. And now let's go to the Punch newspaper. Screaming headline: subsidy removal. Poor Nigerians will hit 101 million without palliatives, says World Bank. Subsidy removal. Poor Nigerians will hit 101 million without palliatives, World Bank. Governors, IMF-backed subsidy removal, demand cash transfer scheme for poor Nigerians. Oh my God. Are we so lame in thinking? Anyway. CBN measures failed to tackle inflation in first 6 months of 2023, World Bank insists. CBN measures failed to tackle inflation in first 6 months of 2023. That's according to the World Bank, as it insists there. Tinubu can governors preach tolerance at Salah. Tinubu and can, as well as governors, preach tolerance at Salah. Federal government banks plan special ID cards for senior citizens. Federal government and banks plan special ID cards for senior citizens. Lawless soldiers shoots Ogun driver for parking beside company. Lawless soldiers shoot Ogun driver for parking beside company. APC caucus neck meet July 10 and 11. APC caucus meet July 10 and 11. DSS alert. Military, police deployed teams in prayer ground. DSS alert. Recall that DSS has put out an alarm last week to say that there were plots to attack some public facilities and even religious places. Again, the headline: DSS alert. Military and police deployed teams in prayer grounds. More multinational manufacturers planning to exit Nigeria, says Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN. More multinational manufacturers planning to exit Nigeria, MAN. Naira devaluation, expect price hike, telcos tell Nigerians. Again, so you probably have to pay more for phone calls and data and all that stuff. Naira devaluation, expect price hike, telcos tell Nigerians. That's it there from the Punch newspaper. I'd love to say Barka de Salah, Eid Mubarak to everyone who's celebrating today. This is where we open up the phone lines for taking your thoughts and responses. We have This Day newspaper. We're looking at that as well as the Vanguard newspaper as well. But in the meantime, joining with your 2 cents if any of the headlines tickle your interest this morning. Call 090-7353-0044. 090-87 668888. SMS and WhatsApp messages go to 090-9705-4450. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Selassie, is that you?
How are you doing?
I'm very
Selassie
well.
calling.
Very well, Selassie. Good to have you join us.
I want to appreciate you for giving us this privilege to call and to contribute. It's not our right, as I always say.
It's our pleasure.
And I want to appreciate the Eagle FM. Eagle is a bird that doesn't lose target. Whenever he earns something, he get it.
Absolutely.
And whenever your radio station wants, he'll get it.
Amen.
I want to start by saying that motorists to pay 1,000 naira again for proof of ownership. Do you know that this year they increased this third party insurance of a thing or something of 5,000 naira? They adjust it to 15,000. Now they are still adding another one now. So I don't know. This adding of taxes, extra payment, adding more payment to Nigeria. I don't really know. I don't really know what is going on. Katina governor reject 1,000 rams. Yes, I want to say kudos to him to that forum. Yes, because you know they are giving that thing. The person that is giving all this ram, he know why he is giving that. And then we have other poor people in Katina that he need to help them. Why is it that his governor that is giving him this one? Because he want maybe by the time he will present, allegedly he will say he needs some contract so that he will have a freeway. I want to commend Katina State Governor for that. Boko Haram killed another 7 people in Damboa. And do you know that they have killed some people in Plateau yesterday? And another one is happening now in Damboa. So government should do something about this insecurity. This new security chief that they have been appointing now, we want to see them in action. We don't want to hear any complaint. As I always say, today's victims were yesterday's survivor. Tomorrow's victims were today's survivor. It can be anybody. If we're talking of insecurity, it's like throwing stone in the market. You never know who that stone may hit. Thank you, and God bless your radio station.
Thank you so much, Selassie. Appreciate you calling in. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, President.
Good morning, Clemens Zion Prince.
It's my joy to welcome Selassie once again to this platform.
Welcome.
And here, Nacho, without me being an exception, I want to pray that in this platform, we are very many that actually want to talk to you. If you can give us just 1.5 minutes instead of 2 minutes that you give us.
Okay.
With so many are left out.
Very good. Let's start.
Yeah.
Let's start from this week.
Yeah, start from me. Start from
Let's
me
start
now.
with you.
Now.
All right, go ahead.
Yes. The little I want to say now is they said poor Nigerians will hit 101 million, 210 million naira without palliative. If Nigeria is up to 215 million, the poor Nigerians are close to 200 million. I don't know whether you count the director as a rich man. So many directors retired, they can't do the house, they pass to the villages, and to get their pension is a problem. So who is the rich? Only the few politicians are the rich people. So we are more than, count me in, we are more than 200 million that are poor. And which palliative? Is it refurbished buses from China that you just put in Abuja, it doesn't get to the villages? Is that a palliative? Now, World Bank loan is a scam. True. Buhari should be proved of all the loans he collected from World Bank up till now. The World Bank is trying to give Nigeria $500 million. To do what? For the politicians to embezzle, that's all. So all the loans, what are they used for? I better let other people talk. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Clemens Zion Prince. I think we're talking about this some more. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, GB.
My name is GB.
Welcome.
You really say that all World Bank loan or something is something. You see, I mean, that's a wide allegation. The World Bank that I know, they don't just give you loan and close their eyes. They follow it up. They have consultants that follow up how you spend the money. And you don't give adequate information how you spend the previous one. Are you with me?
I'm with you. We can hear you.
They will not give you another one. Go and make your research. They have consultants that follow up. All this cash transfer that World Bank does, they have their data and they have people on the field who monitor how that money is shared. Let them produce evidences. I'm not speaking for World Bank or for government. But when something is done, let me tell you something. All this Abacha loan, World Bank are involved, embassies are involved, a lot of things
that come to the country are involved. And sometimes those loans, really for projects, are not paid to the government. CBN, World Bank pay directly to contractor through CBN. They don't just give you money and close their eyes.
So, GB, you're saying that the ICPC don't know what they're saying, in essence.
But let them be the evidence now. I'm not saying for government.
Okay.
I'm saying for fact. Ask people who work with World Bank or ask they will tell that the World Bank give loan. There are consultants they pay that follow up.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate you. Now, y'all agreed to this. Let's cut down time and get more callers in. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you? This is Abakar calling you from Gwagwalada.
Say your name again, sir.
My name is Abakar calling you from Gwagwalada.
Abakar, welcome. Good to have you.
How are you doing? Happy Salah to
I'm
you.
happy Salah to you. Where's my Goron Salah? In Goron Salah.
Goron Salah, and I know it's in the pipeline. It's in pipeline.
Bakar, go ahead. Talk to me.
My greetings to Salasi, to all your esteemed listeners, callers, and contributors of Eagle FM. Eagle symbolizes strength.
Yes, sir.
You should continue consolidating on your broadcasting profile. We hope you go places.
Amen.
That is our thank you.
Thank you.
I wonder what kind of policy makers, decision makers we have in Nigeria. Most of the time, they churn out policies that that make millions of Nigeria to be poorer and poorer. We've seen how how Qatar use their oil wells to host World Cup, to put in place sophisticated infrastructures that will last a lot of generations. But most of the time, our policy maker turn out policy and make decisions that always impoverish millions of Nigeria, that destroy means of livelihood. When Nigerians, as a citizen of this country, benefit from their oil wealth, from all other proceeds of our national resources, what we know is about negative policies of government, and which is pushing millions of Nigeria to the apex of abject poverty.
All right.
I don't know. Okay. Thank you. That is my take.
Thank you very much, Abubakar. Thank you so much for calling. 90 seconds. We have adopted that. Clement said recommended, and we have adopted. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Janice.
Good morning to you. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I am Jerry.
Jerry, good to have you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
I was wondering when I heard 100 million Nigerians will be poor. And I want to say that is an understatement, because 100 million Nigerians being poor. When we say poverty, that is these people are able to have 3 square meals a day and nothing more. But right now, we are talking about people that are not able to eat 3 square meals. So we are talking about below poverty level. So not just poverty. Already we should be able to get the right statistics so that we should be able to think of where Nigeria is and what we should do. Because those 100 million Nigerians they are talking about, they are below poverty, and much more are going below poverty. Can't eat 3 square meals. Somebody that can't eat 3 square meals is below poverty. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Appreciate you calling in. Let's get more thoughts in. Hello, good morning. Good morning, my elder. Good to have you.
Long time.
No here, no see.
But I have no opportunity.
Elder, not that they say they want to give special ID cards to senior citizens. Maybe we should give you special number.
Yeah. Thank you very much. If you can give it to me. We are waiting for them if they can do it for me.
All right.
Please, a point of order, please. I want to greet Abubakar from Gwagwalada.
Okay.
He has been a friend on radio, but we don't get our number. If Abubakar is listening to me, Danoja has nothing to hide. It will call me my number. 080 20 11 Mutani Biu Mutani Tokwe Mutani Hudu. Let me go directly to my this thing. Feeling just in actually no say our own to advise the government. What they are going to do, this killing is too much now. The villager they should form a village guard, and then a chairman of local government to apply for arms for them to commissioner of police. There's type of arm when they can use the call that arm, this personal firearm. They will give it to them, and then among what they retire policemen, retire this and this in that area, they complete them to that village guard. They can carry any type of arm. Nigeria police, Nigeria army, they can't be everywhere. And then these people, they only attack where they know say there's no army, no police. So what they are going to do, form a village guard. And then that village guard, they will divide themselves into three. If some people will be a corridor of the town, those people will be be inside town. If there's anything from a distance, those people outside, they started ambushing them. But the other people will join them. This terrorists in Nigeria, it's very simple to deal with. But people on the ground, experienced people to plan it, and then the government, they are not willing. That's why they continue killing. The killing is so much. They form a village guard, and then the people in the town, you have to use your money to support them.
All right,
to buy what they need. And then those boys, what they to give to them, they will do it. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, Elder Noja, for calling in. And let's go. See, there's so many things that needs to be discussed in this country. A lot of things we need to talk about. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Prince.
Good morning.
It's Moses.
Moses, good to have you. How are you today?
Yes, God bless you. My take this morning is the issue of the insecurity and the last caller, Ganaga said. You see, the situation of the insecurity has gone to the difficult information that the security should put machineries in place because the level these people are going. I always challenge, and my question is that these people, where are they hiding? Who are their sponsors? Who supply these arms to them? That is one question that demands answers, that the answers have not been gotten. Another point of question is that those arrested, what have they done with them? We have never seen them in court. We have never seen any judgment impact for them. We have never seen anything that. So you discover that a lot of things is happening in this country. Then the issue of loans. I hear my brother GB was trying to defend, saying that they should bring, how do they call, funds. You know, this country already, even a born child knows that this country is under corruption. They can award a contract that even many people, you bring returns. These are some areas that these people embezzle these loans. So to me, these loans are not down to the helps of the farmers if really they want to do. Like look at the $500 billion that they say they are giving to Nigeria to help to empower women. So in a corrupt nation, so this government, what they need to do as they come in, all those people who brought this country to a mess like this, they corrupt people. They brought us to a point where the ordinary Nigerians are suffering. Look at the increase. Everything increased.
All right, Moses.
So we say that if this corrupt people...
Moses, thank you very much. Let's let you go now. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, more calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, very briefly, Elena Cho, this is Abakar. Elder Onoja demanded for my number, and as at now, I'm not on WhatsApp. I don't know how we do it.
Okay, you know what? Send a message to the SMS number. I'll read that to you now. Just hang up. I'll give you the number now that you can send an SMS to.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
Right now?
Yes, I'll take that now. Just hang up and then listen out for the number.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Okay. So send a message to 09073. I'll take that again. Sorry. 09097 09097 054450. That is 09097 054450. Okay, let's bring in this caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Christiana John.
Good morning, UD. Good to have you.
Your Highness,
UD, I'm glad you're here.
Good morning.
Morning. Go ahead, let's hear you, please.
Yes, I just want to say, most of the presidents, when leaving office, they say they never knew that to control Nigeria is hard. Then why they not look into the constitution itself to restructure it or abolish and even make a fresh, constitution that everybody is threatening the judiciary, the police, and some other parastatals under the federation. So, look into what the grants the World Bank are giving. You see, they use it anyhow. They do not even send it across the fluke and chronic of this great nation called Nigeria. My brother, the calamity that will come in time to most of these people that swallow our hard-earned money. Thank you, Christiana.
Thank you so much, UD. Appreciate you calling in. Well, the conversation continues. Keep it locked here. We'll be talking some more in a bit. I'd love to pick your thoughts on certain issues. I feel like there's certain questions that Nigerians are not asking. When certain things come to light, we don't really ask some of the right pertinent questions, and that's why people continue to maybe somewhat play with our intelligence, right? And feel like Nigerians are not smart, because a lot of times we may not be asking the right questions as to what's going on, and if you don't ask the right questions, you may never get the right answers. Okay, so let's talk about that shortly, and it would be good. I'll put out some of these questions, and we'll probably talk about them at the top of the hour 9. Okay, I'll just set the tone for the conversation, and then we'll hope to have that conversation fully and proper at about 9.
Looking for the most innovative housing and construction festival? The best platform for an exhibition, an opportunity to network and increase your business reach, how to navigate the real estate and construction market trends. Then look no further, as the 17th Africa International Housing Show is here again. This year's ARHS gives you access to several innovations, including 400 plus exhibitors, 25,000 plus attendees, Africa's one-of-a-kind real estate CEOs Forum, ARHS Under 40 and Young Professional Meetup 2023, B2B meeting, networking app, International Conference on Alternative Funding for Housing. This year's event will be witnessed by a delegation of members of the Chartered Institute of Housing, CIOH London, and the UK Professional Association of Certified Housing Practitioners. Be a part of this historic event. Visit our website www.africahousingshow.com or call 0916 500,000. 17th Africa International Housing Show, the largest housing conference and exhibition in Africa.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Thank you so much for staying with us. The conversation continues. This is your radio experience. You can count on Eagles 102.3. Now, so let's start with the whole poverty thing, right? So if I always wonder how we come up with some of the way that we talk and think about things in this country, and how people just generally just say things, and sometimes you're wondering why it is so. Like, do you guys think that we don't think, right? So let's start with this whole poverty thing. First of all, we say we're 200 million people, right? We're 200 million people, and we all know that aside from those who are in government, all right, at federal and state levels who are actually in power, so legislators and those in executive office, and maybe a bit of the judiciary, right? Just a few people. So if we say what 200 million people, okay, and at the end of the day, less than 5% of that number actually enjoy the dividends of democracy, as we say it. What does that make the rest of us? Rich or poor? Because as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter how much a car you drive. If you do not have access to, basic facilities and basic necessities of life, then you're poor. And it doesn't matter how much the car you drive costs. If everyone else around you is poor and suffering and leeching onto you, for survival, it means that you're poor, because you don't have the capacity to make those people, self-reliant. It means that you're actually poor. Okay, so that's just an aside. Still looking at these things, this poverty and inflation and the numbers that we hear. Okay, they say, 100 million people are going to be poor. Don't we have more than 100 million people poor? Who are we counting as poor? Is it the people who can afford to eat and buy half tank of fuel? Are these the people that we consider rich? First, second, again, if we're looking at the statistics of the inflation, we say inflation is about 22%, right? If you've been in Nigeria in the last 2 years, right, the things that you used to buy, let's do a bit of an analysis. Let's start with bread. Bread as of 2021 in Abuja, the fine baker's bread and the premium baker's bread, the average bread would be around 450 naira. Today, that loaf of bread costs 900 to 1,000 naira. The loaf of bread that used to cost 400 to 500 naira before is now about 1,000 naira, between 900 and 1,000 naira, right? Is that 20%? Is that 22%? That's like 100% or even more, even above 100% in some cases. What else? Let's go to what now? Other commodities. Let's say palm oil. Basic things that ordinary people use. Palm oil, around 400, 500 naira a bottle. Now it goes for over 1,000 naira. Is that 22%? Is that 23%? That's about 100%. Right? What else? That's pure water. Yeah, pure water. The sachet water that we buy, that the poor Nigerians, drink. At least they consider it a little safe for drinking. Right? Used to be about 100 naira and 120 in 2021. Today, a bag of pure water costs between 300 to 350 naira in some places 200, 250 naira. Is that 22% increment or rise or inflation? That's over 100%. People buy a bag of water for 300 naira, 350 naira. Isn't that further driving people into poverty? So someone just quickly touch on this one. Someone came out to tell Nigerians that his boys are cleaning up the Abuja-Kaduna expressway, and the Kaduna-Abuja road. Within that corridor, they've been the ones, chasing bandits and all. And Nigerians did not ask the pertinent question as to how did they get the firearms that they've been using. That has led me in the last few days to read up on the Firearms Act. And I've been looking, how did they get, is it the government that provided them with these arms? Or did they by themselves acquire these arms? How did they get these arms? How did they bring these arms in? And that person was sitting comfortably in Aso Rock giving a press statement. Let's say government gave them a contract, all right? The government give them a license to import weapons and all. Now, if this is the case, what happens when another mercenary, another group says, we too, we want the license that you gave? We're talking about state governors asking for, some level of policing and trying to get their local police, whatever they call them now, to get arms. We know that the people who are clearing bandits, who claim to be clearing bandits on Kaduna Abuja Road, they're not using cock and shoot and what you call chakabula and the rest of those things as we call them. They're not using those pump action rifles. They're using sophisticated weapons, right? How did they get these weapons? Who licensed them to get these weapons? Did the president license them? And if he did, why so? So when other groups decide that they want to be licensed as well, would you give them the same license? Are we not supporting proliferation of arms in this case? Because how would you retrieve these licenses? How would you retrieve these weapons that they've acquired or that they have in the long run? Also, if we just yesterday I saw the firearms regulatory whatever small weapons agency talking about how they're the only ones who have the power to regulate proliferation of arms and small weapons and all. How much do they know? How much have they taken inventory of the arms or the weapons in the hands of these so-called mercenary that have been helping clear out bandits, so that after the projects, after their job, they're able to mop up these weapons and take them back? What are we really doing in this country? There's a lot of questions that we're not asking. Really, there's a lot of questions that we're not asking. And it feels like I'm taking too much of your time. Let's get back to the conversation. I have a lot more. Let's just take more calls. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Uh-oh. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Yanacho.
Good morning to you. Welcome.
Dr. Jennings, it's been a while. I've been on vacation for a while.
Oh, doctor. Welcome.
Yes, I think you succinctly said it all. We live in a country where there's what I call policy somersault in the last 8 years. And that same policy somersault has continued. Nigeria is a country being managed by poor managers who do not have idea what the economy, global economics is all about. So they just permit, mess around with people's lives. The poverty level in Nigeria is so alarming that any right-thinking government or leader should be concerned. But what we have in Nigeria is that our leaders or people that find themselves in positions of authority are multiplying the problem and complicating the problem. I don't think that Nigeria is going to get out of the wood, because the problem is going to continue because we have poor managers who do not have idea of how global economies are run. We depend so much on what the World Bank and the IMF. I listened to one gentleman that was trying to make some comment, a gentleman called GB. I think he needs to be more informed in some of his comments on the radio. Before he said things, let it come out with facts, not just to say sweeping comment. World Bank loans that people, compromise in this loan. So does it want to say that people didn't compromise? What the ICPC is saying is not really true. I think he needs to be more careful in his comments.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. James. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day ahead. Thank you for calling. Let's go to messages now. Oganamano says, good morning, Prince. Have you received the certificates of surviving Buhari's 8 years rule? 8 years of hardship, killing, nepotism, massive looting, disregard for the rule of law, lopsided appointments, and employment. Oganamano, strong questions there. I haven't gotten any of such. certificates. I don't know who is issuing them. If you know where they wish to receive these certificates, please let me know. Okay. Now let's go to. By the way, Abubakar, I hope that you got the number. Send a message to 09097054450. Let's get to your voice notes now and text WhatsApp messages. Okay, this one. What's this now? Hold on, please. Just give me a moment. Let's see that disconnect. Okay. This is from Jude Ifanacho. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Good morning.
Good morning, Prince Ifanacho.
Good morning to you.
My name is Mr. Jude Ifanacho. I'm speaking from Federal Housing Estate, Lugbe. Well done, Joe. Barika de Salah. Thank you so much for your breakfast every morning. May God continue to strengthen you and give you more wisdom.
Amen.
Prince Ifanacho, Nigeria Army soldier shooting driver for parking in a wrong side, which is a very, very bad one for the Nigerian military. These Nigerian soldiers should take all these strengths that they always use in shooting innocent Nigerians to these so-called bandits, kidnapping, and Boko Haram of 18. They should take it to all the issue of insurgency and insecurity that is ravaging the country. They are killing innocent Nigerians, kidnapping on daily basis, and Nigerian soldiers, they cannot do anything about that. When it comes to the innocent Nigerians, it will be easy for them to shoot. I urge them to take those threats that they always provide in innocent Nigerians outside there, where those bandits are, those bandits, kidnappers, and herdsmen that is killing innocent Nigerians on daily basis. They should spread their power to those people so that we can have peace in this country. Thank you so much and God bless you. I greet all our listeners and our callers. All of you have a lovely day ahead. Thank you
very much, Jude Ihanacho. And who else is here? This one is from Suleiman. Suleiman Danfulani says, good morning, my prince. Please, my prince, I want to use this opportunity to wish all my Muslim Ummah worldwide a happy Eid Mubarak. And please, we should use this day to pray for our country. May Almighty Allah continue to bless our country and guide our leaders in the right path and the needful. Suleiman, thank you very much. Barakat Salah to you. Let's see who else is here. This one is from who now? Okay. You didn't add your name. You say dedicated this holiday to thank God for what He has done and what He's doing. In so doing, you multiply all the good available. Good morning. Thank you so much. And Abubakar from Gwarimpa. Okay. I hope to be able to remember this, to send this to Elder Noja. Let's see what I can do about that. Quickly. Okay, bring in a caller now. Hello. Good morning. Bright, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
God bless you.
God bless you too, sir.
God bless you, dear friend from me.
Sir.
The thing in Nigeria is that we don't ask questions and we prove ourselves to be fake. Nigeria practices what is called fake patriotism. Now, we want a good government. And a government that has been signed, sold in corruption, right from 2015, when they took over government from PDP government, they said that PDP government is corrupt. And the same people come and perpetrate lost evil in Nigeria. And Nigerians say, are telling the government to go on, when they know that the people that in our open eyes, and instead of people saying no, we shouldn't stand. Let's take the right way, and they want the right way to go. Okay, look at let me give an instance. They say the judge did this one, the judge did this one. What of this one that came in now? Who are the people probing the petroleum sector? Especially that woman that said the humanitarian service this thing, who did many things in this Nigeria. They are not probing and they want Nigeria to go forward. Or now you say the local vigilante should take up arms and fight them. After the local vigilante take up arms, you see our security men go up and arrest all of them and put them in prison, like in Southern Kaduna. And someone came out on television with coat of arms at his back and tell us that is the money security in southern Kaduna. Look at what is happening in Kaduna. Dozens and dozens of deaths. And we take the person to action work.
Right, thank you very much.
And we want the government to move forward.
Thank you so much, Right. Appreciate you. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Anyone there? All right, seems like nobody's home there. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome.
My name is Chidin Dubisi.
Chidin Dubisi, welcome.
I tell you before, it don't happen, and it may happen. Somebody say, what do they call it? IMF don't have facts, or they are having facts. What are the facts? Where are the facts? Does it mean that the project or whatever they loan the money for are in place? Well, that's a part. Secondly, the question of, you remember austerity measures during the military era. I think we are into austerity measures, but in a wrong side. I told you that whatever anybody is planning, you must have a foundation. You must start from somewhere, so that at the end, you will not feel pain about your Nigerians, our rulers. I don't know what they are calling we Nigerians. Poverty. People are crying and they don't care to listen, and they don't care to know. You told me sometime that they set up economic things. What are they up to up till now? They don't have advice on what to do. As they tell us about our refineries that are not working, what are they going to do about it? Either they are going to do put it in place, or they sell it to private sectors that will manage it to compete with anybody like Dangote that is coming up. How can we have something and we cannot use it? And we have, they are putting us into perpetual poverty so that they can be doing anything they like.
All right,
and Nigerians, I'm sorry. So
thank you very much. I've got to let you go now. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good
morning, Michael. Many greetings to you.
Thank you so much. I think Nigeria, we need to tighten up ourselves because they want to tax us everything. Don't forget, after removing the subsidy, and then they also talk about this thing yesterday, we talk about electricity tariff. They come to debunk it, but we know certainly it will happen. And they also coming to tell us that every year you continue to renew your anybody who has a vehicle, those who have a vehicle will continue to renew them every year. I think they want to create more poverty. You understand? People are crying from the one you have done. I think the essence of them telling us to remove, they want to remove the subsidy is that when they remove the money they are paying that subsidy, they will channel it to other things. Why are they also taxing for everything, So for me, I think Nigeria, I pray that we'll see different things from what we have seen in the previous Buhari administration. Because we continue in that direction, taxing for everything, it's going to be obvious.
All right.
And again, finally,
yes.
The house that was demolished in Kano, oh my God, when I see those guys talk, I see the massive, this thing. Does it mean that the governor, look at the money, and for instance, the revenue could have making from those places to demolish those things. I don't know, you don't demolish this thing, not just like that. I hope that maybe after 4 years, they will remind him of what he has done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Michael. So it's just that leadership in this part of our world is not creative, no creative thinking. It's just do things anyhow. Demolish or even just tax people without really thinking about it and all that stuff. I'm going to talk about this a bit more. Hello, good morning.
Prince.
Good morning, Dominion.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Welcome.
Prince, I think maybe you may not be in tune with what I will just advise you right now. You see, this year program is to enlighten Nigerians who some of us are not enlightened. And what we say here, make an impact. Seriously. You see, it's not that there is Miloko GB. Why can't you confront this guy?
Dominion, don't, please, don't insult him. Don't.
Look, this man
please.
Stuff up. He destroyed this program.
No, please. See,
and I thought, what exactly did he want?
The way that do you expect everyone to think alike, to think like you, Dominion? Do you want everyone to have the same opinion as you do?
No. But
it's
listen,
not.
Among their cause, if we are 200, this is only one man that is. I don't know where.
And that one man is very important. You know what they call the dissenting voice, the dissenting opinion. It's quite important that you have that. At least let's have a mix of opinions sometimes.
It's all right. It's all right. Okay, please. You said when you are analyzing something about this armed proliferation, and somebody who is not a retired army officer, who is not a retired police officer, who is not even who is a militant. That is the way to describe him, Asari Nakobo. This man paid the president an official visit, and the president welcomed him like a foreign president visited him. After that, he escorted him out from the villa. They had a group picture. They have a personal picture. So what that man is saying there shows us what he discussed with the president. He maligned Nigerian army.
Dominion, what's his name? Asari Dokubo is an ex-militant. They were granted amnesty and what do you call it? Pardon by the president at the time.
Can you imagine?
That makes them that cleans up the slate. Whatever they did, whatever they had done in the past, is erased.
And that being ex-militant, does that warrant that what give him audacity to import arms? Where did he get that arms? Who are his boys?
Those are the questions that we're asking. But then we'll get answers in the coming days if we keep asking. If we keep asking the right questions, because there's the public armory. Could they have gotten the weapons from the public armory? And who's taking inventory? These are the questions that really need to be answered.
It's terrible.
Again,
it's terrible,
thank you so much, Dominion. Thank you very much. I appreciate you calling in. All right, and we'd have to wrap it up now. Thank you to you. This would be the final message we're taking this morning from Comrade Ulobasi. We say good morning, Sir Ihanacho Prince. Happy Salah holiday, even though you're not enjoying it because of your schedule. Well, what can I do? This is the job we signed off for. It's like the military. All right, you go on to say, if at all the World Bank loan that have been given to Nigeria is being monitored as claimed by one of the callers on this morning show, it means the bank's monitoring team are complicit in the corruption game being perpetrated by government officials saddled with the responsibilities of managing the loans. No matter the feeble defense being put up by some ordinary partisan callers, most of the foreign loans meant for developments given to the country normally end up in private pockets. It remains a scam even till today. Too much extortion on ordinary Nigerians in every flimsy excuse, and most recently the so-called vehicle proof of ownership will one day break the camel's back. That will result in everyone coming out to the streets. Such a day is fast approaching. May God Almighty continue to watch over ordinary people in the land. Amen. Comrade Ulobasi, thank you very much. And please join the conversation at about 9 o'clock. Let's talk some more. I would really love to get your inputs on some of these things. Okay, so what else is there? So when we talk about these loans, we've seen situations where federal government gives intervention. We've seen loans being given for, interventions to states, and at the end of the day, those states states borrow money for projects. Those projects are not completed in the lifetime of the administration. We've seen that people borrow monies and they are unable to pay salaries. Those states are unable to pay salaries to the civil servants for months. Imagine a state like Benue, Kogi, and the likes, and where bailouts have been given, monies were borrowed, and yet salaries remained unpaid. Not even salaries were paid, not let alone talk about infrastructure. It just says, you don't have to be a scientist. You don't have to be an investigative journalist to see these things. They're all around you. Let's be able to, ask questions as Nigerians. All right. The federal government or NNPC just coming out to push the prices of fuel to over 500 naira, and they say that is subsidy removal. Is it subsidy removal or is it a price hike? Because there seems to be what stops us from having a very transparent system where Nigerians are seeing this. We know the cost, landing cost, where it's open to Nigerians. What stops our government from being transparent? For Nigerians to be able to see things clearly for themselves and say, okay, this is the reason why this is done like this. All right. How did we arrive at 540 naira or 570 naira for a litre by the NNPC? How much is the landing cost of PMS? How much does it cost to transport it to the downstream, to the filling stations? All of these, let's know. Let's be able to see that this is why we are paying 500 naira per litre. Because if you say it's subsidy removal, and before now Nigerians were buying fuel at 198 naira or so, and all of a sudden it goes to 500 plus. Are we saying that federal government was paying over 300 naira on a litre of fuel as subsidy? Is that what we're saying? If that is so, how did we arrive at that calculation? How much does it take? If we say we're doing crude oil swap, direct sale, direct purchase, where naira or monies don't have to exchange hands, why do we have to pay more for PMS? That's the question that we're asking. Why do we have to pay subsidy if we were doing swaps? These are questions on the minds of many Nigerians, and I hope that someday we're able to find answers and maybe even ask these questions more so that we can really get the answers. Stay with us. Sports on Eagles Wings comes on next. I won't go without saying a big thank you to everyone who's been a part of the conversation this morning. Comrade Ulo Bassi, Dominion, Michael Chudundubisi, Bright, Judy Hanacho, Dr. James, Judy, Moses, Elder Noja, Jerry, Abubakar, GB, Clement Zion, Prince Selassie. Thank you all for being a part of it. And it's been a while since I heard from Abdullahi Mekano. Please, let's hope that he's doing well, and reach out to him if you have his contact, and let's check on each other like that. By now, my name is Ihya Nacho Prince. Keep it here.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.